Greetings again. This is a 4-card spread on the subject of romance. The question that was asked was, what are the symbols that are useful to the public at this time on the topic of romance? It's a very interesting spread. It's a very positive spread. Notice the first card is entitled Peace, and a very important part of this interpretation, a very important part of this reading, is the flower in the center of that card. It's a delicate, organic item pierced by 2 swords. Conflict is a very important part of peace. Management of conflict is even more crucial to peace. If either one of those swords jiggles, the petals can get cut, torn apart, and the flower fall to the bottom. It's also a complex background that is both complex and patterned. Very often, conflict in a romantic situation has to do with the management of money, the presence or absence of affection and respect, social roles, usually negotiation, usually communication is vital for the resolution of the conflict and the maintenance of the peace. The second card is the Lovers. Notice that the ritual there to join is a social ritual. There is an officiant, be that a scientist, a teacher, a family leader, a minister, a priest. There are also the opinions of the children at the bottom to be considered. Children do care whether their parents are married or not married, whether they're divorcing or not divorcing. Very often the choice for a man to marry or not to marry does not have to do with affection, does not have to do with basic compatibility. When people are told, well, he's not ready to commit, what can be behind that is that he does not feel ready or capable or competent to carry the entire financial burden of the household on his shoulders. And he may very well be in fear that were he to marry his partner, that the partner would stay home and desire a domestic role and leave him to try to manage the financial earnings himself. Many men, especially young men, do not feel capable of doing that. Also, in the first 2 cards, note that women have a tendency when they're living with a man to prevent there being any rivals to him. And so there's not the impetus of rivalry for him to claim her fully under the law. Do note that laws vary from state to state as to the responsibility, the contractual relationship between husband and wife, and that these laws are now relatively easily accessible to the public, either through online searches or by going to your local courthouse law library and asking the law librarian to place in your hands the family law in your state so that you can read what your marital contract is or would be under your specific state law. The 2 main divisions, 2 main differences are whether it's a community property state or a separate property state. The third card to the right is the happiness card. There is certainly possibility for happiness. Happiness in this reading is shown as being dependent on doing right and having the social relationships and the personal relationships well coordinated. There's flow up, there's flow down. You have to concentrate not on appeasement, but on balance. The final card in this 4-card spread is the Three of Wands. We have the Two of Swords, we have the Trump number 6, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Three of Wands. This shows that the highest attainment is virtue, which leads to respect and self-respect. This 4-card spread is not in favor of overindulgence of the parties, lasciviousness. There's not the lust card. This is a balanced, positive, constructive reading, indicating that effort and courtesy, negotiation, respect and self-respect, balance are all very important to successful romance. It's quite possible. The happiness card is there. It is an encouraging reading. Please subscribe. Please share this video with friends and relatives. Click the thumbs up button and comment in the comment section concerning the subject of general public interest that you would like to see. Have a wonderful spring and have a wonderful, enjoyable, balanced life.